Right, welcome back, everybody. You're with us here on Cape Rugby TV. It's nice to have you along. Renzo Botman, it is really now where we're having those conversations in the log where we're starting to look at permutations. We're trying to see, is a strong team, what are they going to look like? We don't really know what the picture looks like at the moment. You've got 15 teams in a league. You're looking at the 6, you're looking at the 3. It doesn't matter really where you look on the log. We don't know.
Yeah, at the moment, James, you look at the amount of games you played and the points on the log at the moment. That's the two that you look at, because now you can see, are you going to go forward? You know who the team, what the teams look like now. So is that team going to fall off the bus maybe middle of the season or to the end of the season? Are they going to fall? Are they still going to grow? Like Ali said, what's the culture of the club?
Yeah.
How's the positivity there?
So, Alistair, this kind of goes to show why club rugby is actually so exciting, is that you don't really know until the very, very last ball whistle is blown. You're looking at all these different permutations. There's so many. This is why we, as club rugby fans, end up standing in the parking lot until 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's so true. Eh? Not after the game, but after training.
Yes.
After training, you get fans in a parking lot talking about the permutations, what's going to happen ahead. For me, the big thing is just looking forward and who do I still have at hand, you know, or who am I playing in the future? Because then you sort of can predict. But this season it has been unpredictable. You know, last year this time we had a bit of a clearer picture, but now it's tight.
Right, folks, and this is exactly why Cape Rugby TV is the show to watch every Wednesday night when we talk about all these different dynamics. And it really is incredible conversation. It is so positive. It talks about everything that we do at heart, and it's quite amazing. But of course, to make that possible, we have to provide opportunity for the likes of Score Energy Drinks, who's on board with Cape Rugby TV, and CyberSmart, internet service providers. So last week we ran our Facebook competition. Here you can see it up on the screen right now. Congratulations into last week's winner, Alfonso Lorenzo. We're going to reach out to you. You can collect your case of energy drinks. All right, we're going to reach out to you on Facebook Messenger. Right, folks, coming up then this week, also, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. That's where you need to go to give it a go to win the competition. This is the competition this week. Renzo Botman, would you like to give it a shot? I know you know the name, so don't give it all away. You've got to give a clue.
Sure. If you drive along the N2, you...
Why is it that you guys always have to give traffic instructions? I think that the guy said last week it was a very busy team.
In the name, I know there's a lot of bees flying around.
A lot of bees flying around.
Yeah.
All right, look. All right. Alistair Tace, would you like to give a clue here?
I'd just like to congratulate the chairman for he was voted a couple of weeks on as an additional member on the Western Province Executive.
All right, folks.
I'm not mentioning the name.
Yeah, we're not mentioning names. Right, let's go. Let's go to our final game then. This is Helderberg and Tygerberg. There we go. Halftime, very close. Helderberg leading by just 3 points against Tygerberg, die Tiere. Alistair, your thoughts?
I think it was a tight first half. You know, both teams had possession of the ball, nice attacking flow in rugby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rens?
Keen to see the second half.
Yeah, no, just looking at Tigerberg, I think their backline, that's the dangerous part of their game. So
Yeah.
I think Helderberg kept the ball quite well away from that backline. So
Now let's take a look. This is a close game. Could go any way. Halftime lead for Helderberg by just 3 points. Here we go, second half. All right, there we go. Not quite going in Tigerberg's favor, but so close. 35-27, the final result. Could have gone anyway, Rens.
yeah, but Helderberg home ground advantage. I think that speaks a lot. A long way to travel to Helderberg from Tigerberg, so I think that obviously played a big role.
Tigerberg's had a couple of days off, Alistair, but they'll now bounce back.
Yeah, I think, look, it's a close game. I think both teams played well. It's just, you got to win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's midway through the season. You know, these games count now. You know, guys are aiming to make their top 6.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the fixtures coming up then this weekend. It's Tigerberg up against Stellenbosch. Well, they'll be bouncing back. False Bay, Brackenfell, Villages, Hamiltons, Unimil and Kales River. Gentlemen, any ones that jump out there for you? I don't know. Renzel, you're probably going to say this, but that Villager Hamilton's game, yeah.
I'm looking at Tigerberg Stellenbosch.
You're looking at Tigerberg Stellenbosch?
Yep. That fan factor at Tigerberg is so hectic. It's so big there.
What about that Unimil Kales River game, Alistair?
I think that's a crunch game for Kales River.
Crunch game?
Yeah, same for Unimil. Unimil has only won 1 out of 6. Kales River is second from last. So both teams are looking to pick up points there.
Yeah. All right, folks, in Super League B, it's Kraaifontein and Kylemore, Belhar and Goodwood, Belleville, Franschhoek, Hamlets, Macassar, NTK and Hands and Hearts. There's going to be a big game there. NTK and Hands and Hearts, guys. NTK is going to be looking to bounce back from that 1-point loss against Collegians, and Hands and Hearts has got their tails up at the moment. It's going to be a big game.
I think the big one is actually Belhar and Goodwood, the top of the table. But Hamlets, Macassar will want to keep that momentum going forward. Hamlets drew this weekend to Kylemore. They're playing home. So they want a win out there.
That's a far travel.
All right, Super League C is going to see Strand and Gardens, Atlantis and Busy Bees, Peniel Villages, Young Peoples, Langa and Delft, and Eerste Rivier and All Saints. Rens, anything jumps for you?
Langa Delft.
Langa Delft. I was going to go with that one. All right, in the City League, Young Ideas and Elsies, Blue Jets and Silverleaf, Maisi Pumalele and Police, and Morningstar takes on Blake's. In the Southern Leagues, the Rocklands and Lagunia, Retreat and Peninsula, Young Wesleys and Titans, and Fish Under Kraal and Young Stars. Guys, I didn't even need to point anything, and already the hands went up in the back in the studio here. I have no doubt that both of them are looking at Retreat and Peninsula.
It's a derby.
It's a derby?
It's a derby.
That's going to be a big game. Yeah, all right. We'll say no more then. But Renzel, that it will be a big game. Retreat and Pennies.
Definitely, always.
All right, folks. And then, of course, in the Paarl region, it's Paarl Rangers, Violets, Paarl, Simonium, Parel United, Drakenstein, Young Standards, and Lower Paarl and Riverstones. We're going to bring you a few of the barometers. False Bay, Brackenfell. It's False Bay. Renzel, do you go with the barometer, yes or no?
Yes.
You're going with the barometer. Alistair, barometer in favour of False Bay.
With the Bay.
You're going with the Bay. Tygerberg, Stellenbosch, it says here on the barometer, we don't get it this equal very often, but the barometer says it is 50-50. Both points on the barometer are bringing up the 19 all there. But I've got to remind you guys that the reason for this, that it's level peg like that, is that the fan factor is in favour of Tygerberg.
Yeah.
But the barometer never lies.
Yeah, I'm going with Tygerberg there. Fan factor, definitely. Playing at home. The Stellenbosch has been off for a while now. Yeah, so
Will it be a draw, Renzo Botman? Any chance that there's going to be a draw on Saturday?
No, but I'm going with Tygerberg as well.
You're going with Tygerberg as well. All right, Unimill and Kuils River, folks. Home ground advantage for Unimill. The points are in favour of them, but they still have to win at home, and Kuils River still have to win away. That's what the facts say, guys. Unimill has to still win a home game. Kuils River still have to win an away game.
But if
It's in favour of Unimill.
But if you look at that, the average points against with Unimill, you know, that is high. You know, I think Kelzer will think that they stand a chance.
They definitely stand a chance.
All right, folks. There you go. This is the NTK Hands and Odds prediction. It is in favour of NTK. They've got 3-1 odds as the favoured team. NTK with home ground advantage. Renz, I'm not going to put you on the spot. What are your plans for the rugby weekend ahead?
I'm going to go watch rugby, coach rugby, and be at the rugby.
All right. And Alistair, is yours anywhere close to that?
No, I am not going to watch rugby this weekend, as it's my last off weekend with club rugby. So I'm going to spend it with my family because I got in trouble last week.
Yes.
It was another off weekend, and I'm
I've
going
got
to go
bad
watch
news
rugby.
for you, Alistair. You're going to be in trouble again this weekend. All right, folks. That's a wrap from us again here today on Cape Rugby TV. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. And fantastic rugby weekend. Stay warm, stay dry. Bye-bye.